Hurry, 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 come and get your fillet burgers. We've got chicken, we've got fish, and most importantly, we've got Elias, and his salary is massive, so eat up, Jarunians, eat up.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. Season 3, Episode 5 today. We are back from the winter break. We will be facing Vukovar and Gorica in the league, both away from home and both really games we possibly need to win if we are going to clinch a completely unlikely title, but even unlikely European football as well. It's looking better and better. Now, you'll notice in the finances, we do have a little bit of money. Burger sales through the roof. Also, Agul has left. So we got that money for him, and the finances never look better. So that's good. I've asked trying to get things, to improve the club. The only thing that we've been able to do so far is increase junior coaching. We've not even been able to increase the youth recruitment, and that's the one that really needs to be improved. But yeah, we've got money now, which is good in terms of long-term, where there's money in the club. And then we'll have to wait and see what happens, with next season in terms of wage budgets and transfer budgets and whatnot. Right now, it's not looking brilliant, but, we'll wait and see exactly where this season finishes up. Now, we have done a little bit of transfer business. The window is open. It's been open for about a week. There's one player that's come in now, Baldo Rezic. Now, he was on a non-contract at his previous club, Dugjapoli. If you remember, we played them when we were in the second tier. So we snapped him up, didn't cost us anything, £150 a week. There's a little bit of potential there. If he works out, he works out. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So there's no real risk there for us at all. So that's good news. And we've done a signing for next season as well at the end of the current contract. And that is for this guy, Philip Bricalo. Now, you may remember last season I was trying to get him on loan, and we had too many Dinamo players already, so that the loan fell through. Well, we've gone and got him permanently. He's on just over $1,000 a week. I think it's 1,400. I forget what it was, and I don't want to click on something we can accidentally ruin the transfer going through. But he will be joining us in the summer. Now, this will probably mean the end for Rajikovic, I think. Rajikovic plays brilliantly for us, but his attributes suggest he's limited, whereas Rovers, who is first choice this season, and I think Bricalo, who will be probably first choice when he comes in, it kind of makes Rajikovic third choice, and at that point, is there a point to keeping him? So, yeah, I'm surprised that we've been able to get this guy. We've had to make a lot of promises to him, including that we're going to improve the training facilities, which I wanted to do anyway, but it just makes it a little bit more risky. If we don't do it, he will likely kick off. Now, his career to date, he has never really established himself at Dinamo. In fact, he's never played a game for Dinamo, which, again, surprises me. He's a little bit better than that, I would have thought. But, yeah, let's hope that he comes in and we give him a chance to prove what he can do, and he goes and does it. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Now, there is one game to catch you up on. This was before the winter break. That was against Istra. Now, of course, we were coming off back-to-back wins against Dinamo Zagreb. So, yeah, we're on a high. Let's see if we can keep that high going into the winter break. Page opened the scoring in the 16th minute. And we added a second late on when Page crossed for Fillet. So this was comfortable enough. We dominated the game more or less. We had a hard time breaking them down. They were pretty much the two real chances we had. We did have 5 shots on target, but dominated possession. Yeah, maybe there's an issue there with us actually breaking teams down, but overall it was absolutely fine and a good 3 points. So we're a refresher at the league table after that one, and we entered the winter break. And we were 11 points clear of Hajduk Split. They do have a game in hand, but they lost at home to Varazdan before the break. So that is a huge result for us, and not a good one for Dinamo Zagreb. They are currently 2 points above the drop. Now, they have 2 games in hand. They've also changed their manager, unsurprisingly at all, that he got sacked, I think, as soon as the winter break started, he was off. And I mean, they're in a relegation battle, aren't they? Which is ridiculous to say, but here we are. Now, if we have a quick look at the players and the league leaders, and look at Gulji up there, golden boot potentially, 2 goals ahead of Juric for Gorica, who we'll probably see today because we face them in the second game. But he's also up there in average match ratings. Rovers and Page are up there for assists. We just continue to be a very, very good team going forward. at the back, we still struggle a little bit. But Vukovar, who we got first up today, away from home, and they are currently 9th out of 10. And we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation out of them. And this is the team that we are sending out. It is, I'm just looking at person with a heavy match load and wondering if maybe Nunez might be a better option. So it'll be Todorovic in goal. It'll be Bekenic, Kozina, and Rakic as the defense. Now I'll go through injuries in just a second. Actually, Pajic and Rovers will be the wide players. Daška, Nunez, and Tolic in midfield with Fillet and Gorgi up front. Now injuries, players that are missing. Hartman is injured, which is fine, but it's almost a month to 2 months out. Zebic is injured, which is why he's not playing. He might be back for the second game. He's 2 to 6 days away yet. And that was that. Now, one other player that has come in to the matchday squad here is Islamovic. He came through our youth intake last year, I think. He is now 17, so he's able to be on the bench. So we'll see if we can give him game time. Then a reminder, the other academy graduates that are on the bench right now is Brigic here. And the other one, of course, is Graf, who we have seen a little bit from time to time this season. But I'm not even sure on YouTube, actually, if it's just the off-camera games that he's been able to play. But if this game goes well, we might be able to give some of them some game time here. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. There's one or two names. This Knoll guy has always seemed to score against us. He was one of the big goal scorers in the championship level. Maybe not so much at this level. Let's just continue to take the pressure off of us. And yeah, it's one of these now, these two games, but particularly this one, we have to win if we want to be considered a chance for champions. Alright, and here we go. So, yeah, I'm not expecting to do too much in the transfer window. We don't have any money to do anything anyway. There's a lot of players that are coming off contract at the end of the season. So a lot of the guys, so like Stankovic, a lot of the defenders, the guys that we sort of gave the contracts to when we first got promoted, just to make sure we had a squad, basically. Those guys were all on 2-year deals, and so their contracts are coming up at the end of this year. Most of them, if not all of them, we will be letting go. The one I did keep was Memic, as have another go at that, please, Tolic. He's actually getting something in a really good position. It's Gorgi on side. I don't know if he is. He might be behind the ball. He might not. We're going to find out, though. VAR's going to check it. Have we taken a first-minute lead? No, we have not. So unlucky. How close was it? Oh, it's so marginal. He is just, isn't he? He is just off. The one position I would like to strengthen is goalkeeper, but oh, there's a good save. Unlucky. I'm not sure who it was. Was it Rakic on the end of that? Nunez now to take the corner, and he floats it into the back post. Goalkeeper starts, then stops. Pajic on the edge of the area, puts his foot through it. It's blocked. And will we get another chance? Not that we're going to see in a highlight. So a very, very quick start from us. Pajic again with a cross. Oh, goalkeeper is all over the shop. Rovers now with a chance to whip a cross in. It's a decent one again. Fill it down to Tolic. And somehow the ball has stayed out of the net again. As Pajic eventually wins it back, but not legally. Actually, it was Daška, I think, that may have committed the foul there. So, yeah... We don't have money to do anything, so I don't know that there's going to be much happening, as that's easy for the goalkeeper to claim. I'm trying to clear out some players as well, like Karabatic, the central defender with the big jumping reach. We've moved past that sort of player at this point, so I'm trying to get him out. Yeah, but these aren't going to be transfer fees, really. Anybody that leaves, I think, will just be... they have no transfer value, so it'll just be a case of getting them out and saving a little bit on the wages. What I don't want to necessarily do is go and spend too much money, because this team, I think, has proven themselves good enough, I mean, arguably to win the league, as there's a nice little knockdown for Fillet, and it goes just over the top. If not win the league, then what we've got this year that we need to take advantage of is Dinamo having a very poor year, as Nunez stands over a free kick and he hits the bar this time. He is very good from a set piece, isn't he? So, I mean, we've got to take advantage of that. I mean, arguably Hajduk is not having a great year either if we're ahead of them, but we've been absolutely sensational so far. So, yeah, well, we'll just see. What I don't want to do is go and spend money needlessly. If we're going to worst case scenario, finish second. What we don't need to go and do is spend an extra $3,000 a week on wages that we don't need. You know, we could keep that money, and that we have money at the club right now with the goal fee. But that's not necessarily always going to be there. As Phil to Tommy G, who's in behind. Can Tommy G get another one? It's off the outside of the post, I think. Might have been offside again. The one thing lacking in his game, Gorgi, is just a bit of pace, I think. Otherwise, he's quite good. Let's try and demand more. We're dominating the game, but it is still 0-0. And that's always a slight concern. If we could go and get a goal, please, boys, that would be appreciated. Kazina. I kind of like Kazina now all of a sudden. We did pay $9,000 for him, which is one of the bigger transfer fees we've paid. Phillips a mile off, and he's missed it by a mile as well. So, yeah. Demand more again. But yeah, I'm loving Kazina back there right now. It's especially because we've got the injury to Zabic, obviously, but that is just over the top of it. No, the screen just seemed to flick there, just catch. But anyway, it is scoreless at the break somehow. I'm not really sure how. Okay, let's go with not happy, because ultimately we do need to score a goal. We've had enough chances to do it, and yeah, we'll give them a little bit of time here to get things right, and if not, then we'll be having to make changes. Let's just try and encourage. What we don't need to do here, of course, is panic. If they were to go ahead, feel free to start panicking. But at the moment, we don't need to panic. And Todorovic has made a good save there. I'm wondering, Gorgi up front, if we could make a change for him as that goes over the top. One thing we could maybe look to do in the window as well is get a striker in. Tolik seems quite at home playing a little bit further back in midfield. I don't know why I've praised them. I mean, we haven't been playing badly, but anyway, Nunez over a corner now. Whips it in. Decent. Goalkeeper's there again, though. And what becomes of this highlight? We don't want to get root one here. Come on, boys. Make sure you're on your game at the back there. We should have that. Pajic down to Fillet, to Tolic, out to Pajic. Come on, mate. Whip a crossing. Gorgi's there. Fillet's getting forward. Is this the moment? We go in front. It's a decent ball. Fillet has missed again. They're all still on their winter break. All right, Gorgi, you can come off. Let's get Pranjic on. Yeah, let's do that. And Nunez now over a free kick. Short for Tolic. Tolic, it's tackled away, but Nunez will pick it up. Back to Tolic. No one picked him up. And finally, Fillet has put one away. And it is 1-0 in the 75th minute. It was a long time coming. A long time coming. But we finally managed to break them down. And possibly need to do a little bit better with that defensive clearance. Didn't get up to pick up Tolic again. And it was, in the end, very, very simple. Let's try and demand more. And here we go again. As they try to come forward. Successfully so far. Rovers, don't dive in there, mate. Oh, this is not good. It's a crossbar has saved us. They're not going to go away peacefully, are they? They're not going to go quietly into the night, as Independence Day would say. Nunez, can he get to that? Oh, that was close, and it's come back in. Oh, and I thought for a horrible second we were in trouble there. All right, let's go back to positive. Let's not necessarily attack them anymore. And just as they're going to take the corner, I've annoyingly paused that. So let's try trap them outside and see if that gives us a little bit more luck. Because just right now, they've responded very well to going behind, unfortunately. Kazina over a free kick. Tolic has it. Tolic tries to thread in Fillet. No luck, though. And Bacanic down to Nunez. Back to Bacanic. Come on, boys. Dashka to Nunez. It's a nice one out there to find Rovers in space. Pranic and Fillet are forward. Can we pick out one of them? Pranjic. It's a goal. The keeper saved it, has he? Oh, unlucky for Pranjic. And that is going to be now a throw as the corner is headed away. Rovers to take the throw. Let's see what he can do. Nunez is there. Rovers tackled away, but we'll get another chance at it. We don't really have a long throw expert, I don't think. We've certainly got players in and around there, but no one with any particular height, actually, so it's probably just as well we don't try and lob one in, as that is not great from Rovis. And here they come forward, but Kazina is there, and again, and commits a very intelligent foul, I suggest. Let's give him a focus. It's not been the game I was hoping it would be. We've had plenty of shots, an XG of almost 4, and we've won the game 1-0. So we might need to do some chance conversion training, I think. But a good performance, I suppose. But it wasn't. There was no goals in it. So the 3 points is the main thing. We've extended the lead for now, but obviously other teams have games in hand, and we have Gorica up next. So they're the last European spot right now. So if we can go and beat them, or at least hold them, then that's strengthening our cause that little bit more to be in Europe next year. So guys, wait right there, and that's what we'll do. We'll come back for Gorica. All right, welcome back. Well, just as I say, I start to like a player. He's injured, pulled hamstring, 2 to 3 weeks for Kazina. It's fine. We can deal without him. But yeah, he's been doing a really good job in that middle of defense for us. But Zebic is back fit as well. So you know, if he's going to get injured, now is probably a good time to do it. And let's have a look what we're up against in Gorica. Now, we've always had a tough time against them. It's sort of a 4-4-2 diamond, and they gegenpress, and we've always, as I said, had a tough time trying to beat them. So this is what we've got and what we're doing. I'm looking at heavy match loads there, and I'm not loving what I'm seeing. But we don't have too many options, I don't think, although Rejikovic can come back on the bench. So I think, despite my better judgment, we might just need to go with what we've got here. So it's going to be Todorov in goal, Bakenic, Rakic, and Zebic as the back three. Page, Rovis as the wide players. Then we've got Dashka, Tolic, and Nunez. Fillet and Tommy G go up top. And the bench is more or less the same. Yeah, Purser and Granic, who I said that they're not going to lose out. They are losing out here, aren't they? So they're both on the bench. And I'm wondering if no, let's leave it like that. All right, let's go. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Now, this Juric is, you notice at the start of the episode, was this episode I showed? I think it was. I get all the episodes mixed up when I'm recording. But he's up there in the golden boot with Tommy G, so we've got to keep an eye out for him. But other than that, there's no one there that is particularly causing me any nightmares. What do we want to say? I think we just keep saying, just enjoy yourselves. There's no pressure on you, because we're massively overachieving at some point, and we saw it before. Where we drew a couple of games there. Was it December or November? And it looked a little bit dodgy for a while there, and everybody was getting nervous all the time. So we've got to try and be a little bit careful. Now, is this pitch waterlogged, or am I seeing things there? I wonder. So yeah, that's definitely something on the pitch, isn't there? Yeah, we just got to try and just keep everybody just no pressure. It's fine. Don't look at the table. None of us expected. Is that frost, or is that anyway? Yeah, we've just got to try and just keep going, And here's a good chance. Fillet. Oh, it's found its way in. Elias Fillet. Now, I don't know how it's got through, because he was the initial header, and it's like he's just threaded the needle of the defense there. We'll get a really good view of it from behind the goal, but it's an early goal, which is perfect. Now let's see here, and it has taken a deflection off the defender. There was no way near enough pace on it to have it go sort of clean in like that. So, yeah, the defenders tried to block it, and he's done us a very nice favour, deflecting it past the goalkeeper, and Fillet in the second minute has given us a lead. Now we've got work to do defensively. Ball thrown in. Rovis, he worked hard there. Don't give away a free kick or a penalty, and we've just about got away with that. Let's keep praising them. One thing we are trying to do is exploiting the flanks and trying to pass into space. If they're going to gegenpress us, I just want them running around like headless chickens, basically. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm looking at Tolic in midfield, not playing well as well, and I'm wondering if maybe this isn't a game for him, as we get that partially cleared. And let's see if we can stop the highlight finding a bit of life here. Rovis, he's a little bit slow going across to closing down, and Zebic half clears, but nothing more than that. And it's still at the edge of the area, and it's the post. And we are a little bit lucky to get away with that. And the highlight's not done yet, but now it is. So we're doing okay in terms of possession. I wonder if we want to raise up our tempo and just maybe shoot on sight a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we got a very fortuitous goal, but if we can make the most of it, there's Rovers at the back post, and Michal Rovers doesn't get many, but he's got one there, and it is 2-0 in first half stoppage time, and they just let him go. Here he is here, and he's just backed away, and it's just really good movement, isn't it? And picked out expertly by Tolic. These games, there's a football involved. He is a very, very good player. So despite it being an even game, really, arguably you could say they had the better chances with the post hits and whatnot. But we have found ourselves 2-0 up. And now we just need to see out the second half, if at all possible. What we will do, I think, is we won't be attacking anymore. We'll just go back to positive. And, yeah, we'll get back out there. I'm trying to remember who had the heavy match loads coming into it. I think it was Rovers and Dashka, wasn't it? Were two of them. Pajic now with a throw. Back to Dashka. Nunez to Rovers. Oh, Rovers to Tommy G. I think he was offside. Rovers really should have had the shot there, shouldn't he? Zebic picks up a loose ball. Forward for Pajic. We go back for Dashka. Tolic. What a pass that is to find Pajic on the run. Pajic to Tolic again. Tolic. Oh, look, he's unmarked. And Nunez. He could barely miss, could he? He had the whole penalty area to himself. And we are 3-0 up now, away to Gorica. And this is a team that we've really, really struggled against at times. And we're playing very, very well here. And, well, I mean, do we start talking the title at this point? We're still going to play Hajduk twice, but we're 8 points ahead of them. Even if we lose both of those. Now, we've got to remember Dinamo Zagreb. We've got to play them twice as well. New manager. They are likely going to be a different team. But, I mean, they're going to give Hajduk Split a tough game as well, aren't they? So, I don't think Hajduk Split's winning out the rest of the year. Even if they were to beat us in our 2 remaining games, we've still got a 2-point gap. And they're not going to be... what's the word? Like infallible, I think is the word, isn't it? They are going to drop other points elsewhere. Certainly the season to date has shown that. So, that's as dangerous. And they do get a goal back. So, they're still slightly dangerous. A 2-goal lead in the 65th minute. You'd rather have it than not. But, yeah, Todorovic has sort of started to go, stopped, and then fell on his arse. Looked like a little bit, didn't it? Rakic is not having a great game at the back there. I think what I'm going to do is just switch those two around. I prefer them playing like that, if I'm honest, but as I've said before, part of the loan deal for Zebic was that he would play as a wide centre-back, but surely they won't notice for the last 20 minutes here if we do just switch them. Come on, boys. Let's not really make this game nervous. Ball through. Bacanic is there. Oh, is there an offside flag to save us? It doesn't look like there is. And we might need to change something else here, although that change hadn't actually taken place yet. And it is now 3-2. And was it Juric again? No. Oh, dear. Gorgi not having a great game, so let's have a think about what we can do here. I think, although Gorgi is looking to, did I give him a team talk? I didn't do that. All right, let me think. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I don't like that Purser's nervous, so maybe we'll do it with Trigranic. We're going to take off Gorgi, who apparently is delighted that it's 3-2, so I'm not quite sure what's happening there. But we'll move Filip Tolic and then move Trigranic into his normal position and just see if that works out for us. And we've got another highlight, and are we going to fall in a heap in the space of a few minutes here? That is so far so good in terms of getting it away. Todorovic gets away with one massively. And we have been second best here, haven't we? Let's give them a focus because it's falling apart very, very quickly as Todorovic claims that one. And they're not going to do this. We're not going to do something stupid here. We're going to do something stupid, aren't we? No, he goes a little bit longer. Filip can't win possession or keep possession. And here they come again. And Zabic in the right place to clear it. But again, here come Gorica forward. Nunez sells himself short, and it is 3-3, or is it? I think it is. I don't see what's wrong with it. And we have absolutely fallen in a heap, and it has been given, and it is 3-3. And it's been, what, 5 minutes? They've scored 3 goals? It's a very good finish. Could Todorovic have done a little bit better? We definitely need a new goal, or a better goalkeeper. I'm looking for one. It's not that I'm not looking for one, but look at that. 65th, 68th, and 72nd minute. Can we go back in front? Tolic over a free kick. It's a good one. Oh, and we are back in front, and it's Bekanic. Oh, it's Bekanic. He's got his first of the season, and oh, how we needed that. Rakic is just not having a good game. I guess we bring the kid on for him. I mean, that's not ideal. But he can't do much worse. Famous last words. So it is 4-3. And let's demand more. And see if we can... oh, here we go. Can we get another one now? Nunez with a corner. It's another decent one. Trigenic, the round thing, mate. If you go and chase it for me, please. And here come Gorica. This just reminding me of the... and Graf has sold himself short. And we get away with it just about. The Varisden game that finished 4-4. Very, very reminiscent of this game. Alright, so we're into stoppage time. Let's try and close things down a little bit. Pajic is not having a great game, so we'll bring Memic on for him. And we'll drop these guys back in and do all the usual stuff. We will lower the tempo. We will play for set pieces. We'll get rid of that and that, because we're trying to waste a bit of time now. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to show a little bit of defensive fortitude here and see this out, because we need to. Desperately. We need these 3 points. Come on, boys. Come on. Well, that was more entertaining than it needed to be, wasn't it? 4-3 in the end. We've been out XG'd. They've more or less been the better team throughout the game, if we're honest. But we've done enough to win when we're not at our best. And I think they say that's what champions do, don't they? Not good enough? Or Jekyll and Hyde? Let's just say well done. So Dynamo win again, but they're too far behind us. They're not going down, which is sad, isn't it? But they're too far behind us. They can't hurt us. We're double their points, more than almost. No, we are double their points, so they can't catch us. Maybe even mathematically so. And yeah, we've got to wait and see what Hajduk Split do. But we've got that gap back out to 11 points, which is a very nice gap. 21 games into the season, and of course it's an 18-point gap to third, which is guaranteed European football. And surely, no one's going to catch that. We're not going to throw that away. So that is looking fantastic for European football next year. We'll make this sort of first tentative call for Viewers Player of the Year. There's still a long, long way to go in the season, obviously. I think what we'll do, we need to come back for Hajduk away, because that is huge. First versus second. And then Lokomotiva, who are third. So we'll come back for those 2 games. And I mean, look at how many games we get on TV these days as well. And if I tell you what, if we win those 2 games, I think we crack the champagne. No one's going to catch us then, surely. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas as well. I'll try and keep a schedule. Maybe not Monday, Christmas Day. Maybe we'll do Friday instead. But yeah, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And I will see you at some point for hopefully a title party. Take care.